violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Well, it has now been 6 months since the murder of Memphis-based rapper Young Dolph. He was gunned down in November inside Makita's Cookies in South Memphis. Now, in March, the business decided not to reopen its Airways Boulevard location.
Wow. So, guys, I've been following this story for a minute now. Makita's Cookies was supposed to open up about 2 months ago, in February, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that's 3 months ago. And they haven't opened up. They haven't opened up. You know, the community did not want them to open back up. And the building owner, he is another brother, and he was getting pressure from the community because he wanted it taken down because it was bringing a lot of trouble. All the super gremlins from around the world were coming and quote unquote showing their support, but they were bringing that BS in too. Okay, so the fact that they just made the executive decision, say, hey, we're not going to open this location back up, it shows you not only how many people were rocking with Young Dolph, but the pressure that the community put on this building owner not to open the property up, you know, and I'm sure they threatened him in many different ways, especially when if he ever got in the process of taking it down. And I just don't think that's right, man.
Not far from the scene, a mural of Dolph was created on the side of a store at Castalia and Boyle. Well, those two locations have become a place for people from all over the country to come and pay respects.
I see a remembrance of an individual that made the most biggest impact on everybody. For them to have all this and want to come back to it for him, I think that's beautiful.
You know what? I'm not a big fan of the mural. It just looks tacky. They got it boarded up. It's like graffiti everywhere. You know, I feel bad for the building owner, man. I would have took it down, honestly. That's me personally, but oh man. It's just like I said, man. These super gremlins be messing up the business.
He was obviously a well-known individual who made a very big impact on everybody. For them to want to come back, I think it's wonderful.
Well, Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith both arrested for the shooting. Both men are scheduled to appear in court next week, where Smith will learn if he'll get bond. Shondell Barnes, seen right there on your right, is still at large. He is wanted for allegedly helping the pair evade police.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/BlackGenZMindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And Cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jaquavius
jump
Jackson,
on that
here
nigga,
live.
man.
Reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
12-year-old is recovering at this moment after being shot in a drive-by. The bullets were not meant for that child, though, who was just playing in the front yard of a home.
We're hearing this too often. Tonight, we learned the child is expected to survive. As for the shooter, Memphis police say they have made an arrest.
Fox 13's Lakia Scott is in studio tonight. Lakia, a woman was arrested for this shooting, you found out?
A woman. Guys, we got female shooters out here. A woman was arrested for shooting a 12-year-old. You know the community's messed up when you got women sliding on the ops.
That's right, Daryl Merle. According to police and neighbors, kids were in the area of the 800 block of Thaxton Ave when a car drove into the area, firing shots out the window. Police say the person accused of firing those shots had just got out of jail on separate domestic assault charges before the shooting happened.
Any drive-by shooting is a problem. Any shooting that occurs is a problem.
Gunfire breaks out and bullets start flying right into a crowd of kids Wednesday at sundown.
I saw a little boy laying on the ground across the street over there.
Neighbors say a 12-year-old was caught in the crossfire.
He was innocent. I know he was.
According to the police report, witnesses spotted a gray Cadillac on the street. Police say one of the passengers in the car was identified as 35-year-old Latorya Lemons.
Latorya Lemons. I mean, this is where we at with it, sisters. This is where we at with it. We this far gone. They aborting babies at a starking rate. And they shooting the babies too.
She's accused of firing 5 shots into that crowd.
When I last looked out, I saw a lot of kids out playing.
And then for a kid to get shot too, and you didn't hit your target, that's a problem.
And you didn't hit your target. Is grandma... What is she talking about? What is she talking about? I mean, we know these super gremlins don't have aim, but grandma is slick justifying the super gremlin demon time activities.
Firing 5 shots into that crowd.
When I last looked out, I saw a lot of kids out playing.
And then for a kid to get shot too, and you didn't hit your target, that's a problem.
We're doomed, bruh. If this is the way the grandmas, as long as you hit your target, baby, it's okay. Did you hit your target, honey? You know, and let me get you a glass of milk and some cookies. Oh, you missed your target? Oh, you ain't getting none then.
Police say Lemons is accused of making several threats toward her ex-boyfriend who lives on this block. According to an affidavit, she has threatened to kill her ex. Police have also reported hearing the suspect yelling she would kill everyone in the household.
Dang. Not to mention she was already locked up and they let her out. This is a huge issue in Memphis because we just did the story on Young Dolph, and Justin Johnson had shot up a bowling alley in Memphis and he got let out, and then shortly thereafter he killed Young Dolph, aka Straight Drop. So Memphis is letting them go, y'all.
Anytime you have a shooting to try to resolve your issue, that's a problem.
And tonight we have learned that the 12-year-old victim suffered a gunshot wound to the leg and is expected to be okay. Coming up at 10, I'll explore more on Latorya Lemons' charges, additional insight on what appears to be the motive behind this drive-by that happened on Thaxton Ave. Reporting live.
Well, they already told us the motive. She was trying to shoot her boyfriend, and she was going to clap everybody in the house. That was how she was feeling. That's her get down. What else is there to know?
In the studio, Lakia Scott, Fox 13 News.
All right.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.